executive.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ross. I'm the CEO and founder of Groq. Thank you so much for taking the time today. We very much appreciate it. But you're probably wondering, why are you here? I mean, you're a researcher, you're curious, you want to learn about our hardware, you probably heard about it, but your research is very important. Your time is precious. Why are you here today? The answer is you're probably going to be using this architecture that you're going to learn about today, the Groq LPU chip, the system, for the rest of your career, for 20, 30 years. It's not going anywhere. And the reason is generative AI is not like the problems that you've had to solve in the past. Before, you've had either these highly sequential problems or you've had these highly parallel problems. And you haven't had as much of a mix before. When it comes to training machine learning models, it's pretty easy. You can use a batch size of 4 million. You just throw a whole bunch of chips at it. It's not a big deal. Inference is different. When you are trying to run one of these large language models, you can't predict the 100th token until you've predicted the 99th. There is a sequential component, but it's also requiring an enormous amount of compute. Now, we call it an LPU or language processing unit. That's marketing, that's fluff. You're all smarter than that. The reality is what we're good at is anything that has a sequential component. That includes making the next move in a strategy game like chess, where you've got a sequence, the DNA sequence finishing, composing music. Actually, there's a researcher at Slack who wants to use our chips to do the magnetic confinement control for a fusion reactor because we're pretty fast. And actually, that's a really important point because the speed of iteration is the speed of innovation. If it takes 4 times longer or 10 times longer to get a result, you're going to have 1/4 or 1/10 as many results. And right now, I don't know if you've noticed, but some of these large language models, it's a little bit like drip coffee. Token, token, token. I mean, I don't know if any of you are XKCD fans, but it reminds me a little bit of the #1 legitimate excuse for slacking off at work. And if you want that excuse, there's plenty of hardware options out there. But the reality is, this architecture is different. You're probably going to be using it for the next 20 or 30 years of your career. And we want to make sure that you get a great introduction to it. We don't want to flub this. So our team has spent a lot of time and effort trying to get this material right so that you can have the best experience possible. Your research is important. We want to enable it. And we thank you so much for your time today. And we're looking forward to engaging with you further. Thanks.